Oh no! It's... Oh. Hello! Welcome back. I am playing some Mario Kart today. Just fancy playing it. Going through all the maps again. Just one by one. Just getting more good. Because, you know, I thought that would be fun. Also... no, okay. I was just checking that some of the maps hadn't been unlocked. They can't be unlocked. I haven't got the DLC. Yeah, so just getting through it. I spent a bit of time on the phone to I think it was a doctor. I was speaking to the receptionist, but I need to get an appointment with a doctor. I just have like explosive diarrhea. It's not that. It's I wanted to get tested for ADD, and I finally got an appointment, which I've been putting off for like nearly a year, possibly because of ADD. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself a diagnosis, and either they'll say yes, you've got something wrong with you. You are not neurotypical. You need to like just stop being a twat, or they'll just say you're a twat, there's nothing wrong with you. So, you know, we'll find out in about 2 weeks when I finally see the doctor. Although, thinking about it, I'm probably seeing the doctor so that they can get a general diagnosis, and they'll probably send me off to like a specialist or something like that. I don't know, but it's good news to me, just in case, because there's a lot of people these days who are like getting diagnosed at 30. I'm 34. I'm thinking it would explain a lot. So yes. Also, I have a new set of canvases. So I've got another art stream. Another art stream in the works. I may have already mentioned this. It's going to be mainly just like games that I play. You know, things like Phasmophobia, maybe Mario Kart. What are the other ones that I play? I'd say we've already got a Minecraft one. But you know, just whatever games I play, I'll be doing those. So that's going to be interesting. Maybe, I think Flat said that he wanted to be down here last time, but he was ill. But you know, maybe if he's going to join me this time, that'd be good. He can be on the mic as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time soon with all the things that are happening. Also, we've got a really annoying sort of situation with our house. They're selling it. So like pretty much every day we're getting phone calls saying, can this person come and like view the house? Look, we sort of don't want you here around here every day with like complete strangers in our house looking at all our shit, especially like when it's a bit of a mess. So yeah, it would be nice if they just fucked off. But yeah, we thought for a brief period that they had accidentally sent like not application forms, what they called. They were we've got two people who are in charge of the building. One is leasing it out, and the other one is maintaining it. But we thought at the time that they were both trying to sell the place to two different landlords, which was not the case. That was just our misunderstanding. But yeah, they are fairly persistent. They seem to find a lot of people very quickly. And people on the phone to me all the time is a little bit overwhelming, because I don't like talking to people on the phone. It's mainly they call me while I'm asleep, so I don't like calling people back because I don't know who they are. I don't know what to expect. It's sort of nerves, I imagine. It's just I don't like talking to people on the phone. It bothers me. Oh God. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on at the moment. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. This is fine. No, we're not doing good. We're not doing good. I spoke too soon. God fucking damn you. Every single time. Just when I get a little bit of confidence, you shit on my piss. Fucking hate you. Every single one of you. Whoever isn't me right now. Okay. Oh, that didn't do much. I just bounced off it. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So art stream's going to be fun. I'm not going to like go off the handle like I did last time. Although I don't promise. I don't know. Art sometimes bothers me. Because the paint never goes where I want it to go. I am liking the extra grippy wheels. They are doing their job, which is nice. Ah, oh, you just snuck third in there. You snuck third on me. Fuck you, villager. Hate you. By the way, there'll be more coming up soon. They will. Is that Mario Kart? I heard there was more Mario Kart maps coming out. I should probably get the DLC at some point. But it's so expensive. I can't afford shit. They will say you ain't got it. Yeah, they probably would. You look empty. There's nothing in there. But they're probably gonna if they do figure that there's something wrong, they'll probably end up putting me on some sort of medication. I'm already on medication for depression. It's just how many different mind-altering substances do I need to be taking? But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. If anything, my friend Paul was saying that one of his friends started taking medication for their ADD or whatever it was that they had, and they were suddenly a much more functional human being. They're actually able to get shit done, which I love the prospect of. I would very much like that to be a thing that I can do. So who knows? If it affects the streaming, I may have to stop though, because I don't want to. Oh god, I don't want to be suddenly I'm not in any way entertaining here. Oh, that's good. You can basically just rub up against people and the bananas will just take them out. I like that. Ooh, banana. Careful. Scared. Go, bitch! They're not going anywhere. Okay. Hey, no! Yeah, got him. Now I'm first. Fuck you and your whatever you were about to do. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, he is quite violent. At least I got second. That's fine. I take a grand total of 6 different pills. Ooh. Luckily I only take 1 at the moment. Did you see the paint stuff I sent you? Paint stuff? Oh, yes, ages ago. It's probably in my history somewhere, but I completely forgot all about it. because it wasn't forefront in my mind. I'd already done the art stream, and I was trying to get on and do the next thing. Yeah, I didn't follow up on that. But yeah, if you can send it again, it'd be very much appreciated. Thwomp ruins. I'll thwomp your ruins. Oh, fucked it. I fucked it. You do actually get better at this. It's very odd, isn't it? I didn't think I'd ever get used to the controls of this, and I'm actually doing quite good at them. But then I suppose these are like the easy maps. Maybe. Also, the extra grippy wheels, very much appreciated. I like those. Very helpful. I don't go skidding off into some random corner of the map. Ow! That's not fair. Assholes. Every single one of you is an asshole. I nearly forgot to stream today. I was editing. I've got a fair bit of editing work I've got to do for 20 Dragon, but I thought I'd get on with it, and then I realised it. Well, I didn't realise. Flat reminded me that I should probably stream. Well, he asked me whether I was going to stream. And I was like, oh shit, it's Friday. I can't remember what day it was. Can you, like, piss off? Stop fucking me. Every single time. Ow! It's alright. I've got 2 more. There we go. Slip under the thwomp. Thank you, thwomp, for not stomping me. I'm back in first. Ooh, careful, careful. Mind the gaps. Mind the gaps. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Come on, come on. Can I get this? First? Yeah! Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for everyone being so shit that I am better than you. I think that's how that goes. I did quite good that time. I didn't get 4th. I'm usually 4th. I take some for my anxiety, depression, and insomnia, as well as allergies. That's a lot of pills. I wouldn't say I get anxiety a lot, mainly just, but I do for like phone calls. But other than that, I don't really get it. My insomnia, I don't really have either. I just sort of, I've got my medication puts me to sleep, so I don't exactly like get insomnia. But I do sometimes feel it unnecessary to sleep sometimes. That's why my sleeping pattern slips every now and again. I stay up for like 20 hours. I'm just not tired. It's because I'm not doing anything. I should probably like remedy that. Every time I'm like meant to go to sleep or something, I just go on like a bike ride or something, tire myself out. I still haven't tested out that saddle either, because when I went on that bike ride that one time when I streamed it, my arse was just so sore afterwards. Ah, fuck my arse. Oh, got it. Oh. I fucked it. It's fine. I'll make up for it with better driving. Just leave it out, will you? Oh god. Didn't even get him. Ooh. Unwise usage of boostage. Oh no, thank you. 4th is fine. I'm used to being 4th. Get off the road. You're not meant to be on the road, Goombas. You're Goomb somewhere else, please. Back in first. Back in second. Ooh, careful now. Ah, fucking shielding with a banana. Ooh. Hooray! Super fast. Oh, that's slow down. End up on the grass. Fuck you, fuck every single one of you. You are the worst. I hate you. Oh, come on, really? I think I sent a shell off in a direction somewhere, though. Did I? Maybe it caught up with someone? I don't think it did. Ah, okay. Okay. It's all going a little bit haywire. Slow down before I get onto this bridge, otherwise I will fuck it. Fucking damn it. Oh, that's not a coin. I just saw a yellow thing, I thought, ooh, tasty. I want that. Ah, you're just really taking the piss now, aren't you? Give me them. 7th. 7th! Because they just wouldn't stop fucking me. Bike seat is supposed to go on that pole that you sit on. Yeah. Unfortunately. That was it, just unfortunately. Oh. Okie dokie. Toad Harbour. I quite like this one. It's quite spacious, that's why. Ooh, skid, 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 and go! Ow, skid, skid, skid. Ooh, fucked it. Ooh, calm it down, calm it down, calm it down. Calm it down, okay. Bearings, don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Nice. Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, you little shits! Ooh, get around that corner. Yeah, I fucked it. I keep fucking it. It's because I don't rectify the corner that I'm taking. Fucking hell! Just leave off it, will ya? Every single time. Ah! Just getting too close. Don't need to ram. Don't ram. Hey, that one was a Wario. Got some Mario ones and you got some Warios. No, no. Ah, God. You just can't escape them, can you? Ooh, whee! Oh, come on! How are you meant to do that? If it just plonks you right there. Oh, oh. Ah, come on, get off the wall, will ya? Skidding wrong. Skid, skid, skid. Skid, skid, skid. Ah! You are the worst! Every single one of you. Oh, no. No, no. Okay. Oh, that was a bad idea. That was a terrible idea. Ah, you know shit! I nearly got first. Fucking asshole, Pownall. Baby Rosalina, is that it? Yeah. Not to the pole, up the ass. Yeah, well. That's a personal choice. Twisted Mansion. What made it so twisted? How did it do that? Oh no! He's twisted! Oh, how's it doing that? And of course it got me. Or did it? No, I got hit by something else. Come on, come on. Pay attention, will you? Oh, that's a bad idea. Why did I do that? I got someone. Nice. Ooh, ooh! Did not want to be boosting right there. That was bad. I'm invisible! Fuck you! You can't get me! I'm the gingerbread man! Somehow. I don't know why. I'm just ginger. Made of bread. Oh, come on! Come on! Stop doing that! I'm just not getting these corners. Just going too fast at the wrong times. Make up this. We don't need... we're just clustered together too much. What's boosting me there? Why am I boosted? Is it because I'm clipping into other people's mushrooms? I don't need that. That is super shit. And now I'm skidding in the wrong directions. I'm just... oh, fuck this. I've completely fucked this. Come on. Just the edges. Why does it go so fast there? Like, completely unable to get any grip at all. It's like in other maps, it goes fairly quickly, but in this one it's like you're fucking in that wall. I don't understand why it's so quick. I've had control on the other maps, why not this one? It's not that difficult. I absolutely hate this one. Okay. How did you do that? Stop it. Stop it. They're all just bashing into me. They're not bashing into each other. They're just bashing me. Go fast! Gotta go fast! Oh, that's the wrong franchise. Yeah, a wave of shells comes for you. I don't know what it is, I just can't seem to land there without hitting the grass. Can you just fuck off? You don't need to ram me. Literally all of them don't need to ram me. Okay, nearly got it. You little shits. Just stop ramming me! Jesus! Ram someone else! Yeah, that's what I don't like. Picking up other people's mushrooms as they come past. And it's guaranteed that's going to happen because they refuse to not ram me. I don't remember setting that one off. How did I set that off? I hit that corner just like at full speed and I don't know why it did that. Need to back off with those fucking mushrooms, okay? If you've got mushrooms, don't come towards me. It's a simple request. Fucking hell. Ah, I snuck forth in. Oh, Jesus. By the way, I can't wait to get this game. I've got a steering wheel for my Switch. Ooh, very nice. Oh, fucking hell. Got an itchy knee. I will let you have my mushroom. I will make soup out of that mushroom. Mushroom soup. Ooh, cream of mushroom soup. Lovely. Mmm. I'm hungry. I should have eaten before I started streaming. Fourth, as usual. Hey, look at the coins! I got coins! Coins to unlock good things! Wow! I prefer golden mushroom soup. I don't know what that is. Are you talking about golden mushrooms from this? From this game? Oh, what did I unlock? A shield? A shield kite from, I don't know, Wind Waker or something? I don't know. Oh, I didn't check to see if it's any good. Grip handling. Why is it? Why does it handle? Oh, why does it change grip? It's weird. It is nice that I've got the grip though. Grip is good. I don't remember getting most of these things. Yeah. What did I have before? I had this, didn't I? Yeah. Sunshine Airport. There's a mushroom called a golden trumpet, and it's amazing in a soup. I didn't know that. Have you seen the? I think it's a type of mushroom which, when cooked, is exactly like chicken in taste and consistency. Oh, for fuck's sake! Just look up Paul Stamets. He's I think it's like a fungal expert or something. But yeah, I think he like actually gets some, cooks it up, and it is exactly like chicken, which I think's amazing. Zoom zoom. Tight corner, and speedy now. Good. Try and land as soon as possible, because apparently you're much slower when you're in the air. Oh, no, don't skid. I could have just taken that corner normally. Oh, hey, I took out a box. Oh, nasty. Oh, shit. It's nice that it sort of boosts you forward. Except when you don't want to. There we go. Fuck you. Now I'm being the pain in the ass. Ooh, scoot round the corner. Scoot round the corner. Don't make spin. Don't do that. Land as soon as possible. Fuck you, Bowser. I see you there. Shaking that ass. Took that corner very badly. And pow! 70 speed. I am speed. That's Lightning McQueen. Okay, that's not right. It's not even. That's. Is that Disney? No, it's DreamWorks, isn't it? Or is DreamWorks Disney? It's really no. Disney is Pixar, isn't it? Disney Pixar. That's what they call it. DreamWorks is everything else. Snuck 6 in. It was tight at the end there. I am very happy with the grip, though. I love having so much grip. I heard of that. He is a gatherer, also as known as a forger. I think it's really good because one of the main characters in Star Trek Discovery is called Paul Stamets, because the character is based off of that guy. because of the whole, you know, spore drive thing. Flying your ship through mushroom space. And I think that's a nice sort of nod to him, because he's, yeah, he's a fungal expert. Or whatever. Forger, you said. A gatherer. Hunter-gatherer of rare mushroom. Fuck you! I didn't fuck him. Or her, I'm not sure who's in front of me. You're gonna get hit by a shell, and I'm gonna take the corner properly one day. It's practically impossible to do a perfect run on this, isn't it? Ooh, speed! Taking all the speed right now. I am speed. Oh, please, please. Okay. The shells were kind to me today. Okay, we're good. Oh god, no. I took that wrong. Right into a pillar. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, straight into a fucking banana. Oh, come on. I was right there. I was right there. Oh, fucking bellends. I was right there. Ah, I didn't fuck it. Ooh, take the corner, take the corner. Take this corner. Don't go too fast, otherwise you will fuck it. Aha! Nice. I think that's the first time I've ever taken that corner properly. Oh, too much braking. The whole thing is braking. As soon as you hit that wall, you're at a standstill. They're like magnetic or something. It's not great. Please, please, not me. Thank you. Oh, be kind. Please be kind. Oh, I didn't want to do this one. Green, no. I'm not used to going this way round. Oh, come on, really? Right into the wall? See that? I hate going this way round. It feels so awkward. Come on! Everything's just going for me. 8th. Can I pull this back? Pull you back. Fucking sneaky bananas. Oh, come on! Every time you hit the wall, you just fucking stop. Imagine if that were to happen in real life. So many accidents you have. Shit, and he went for me. God, I hate that. I hate it. It's difficult. Especially at this speed. But, you know, I don't want to be, like, catered for by being on the slow maps. Just saying, oh, well, you know, he's not very good at the game. Let's put him on 50cc. What, do I look like I'm 2? I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. I may act like it, but I'm not. Ooh, get around those corners. Don't overcook it. Oh shit, oh shit. That corner. That corner. Ooh. Okay. How? Oh, come on. Those things. All the time. Just always little decorative things getting in the way. And pow! Oh, come on. Oh, that must have really slowed me down just then. That felt so slow going around it. Oh, 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 oh. Doing good, doing good, doing good. I mean, I'm not going very fast, but I'm doing good. I'm not fucking it up. Maybe I am, I don't know. Mine, thank you. Ooh. Oh, straight into a tree, Jesus. Oh. And I fucked that. I've got no grip. Literally no grip at all. Oh, it's right there! Checkpoint! It's fine. It's fine. I'm pulling it back. Pulling it back. Oh my god, I think I'm being raided. Oh my god, this is a terrible time to be raided. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on. I've got so many mushrooms. I'm gonna make so much soup. Oh, I'm gonna win, please. Oh, nowhere. No chance. It's the finish line's right there. Come on, come on. Fuck, 6th. I usually end up 4th, but I got fucked so many times. Hello, who am I being raided by? It hasn't said. Yes it has. Stockley, how you doing? Get raided. I have been raided. Help. It didn't come up with a thing on my... It's supposed to start shouting, you cunt, and, like, letting me know how the race has been treating you. It's a fucking shit. I'm the worst Mario player. They just keep attacking me. I'm playing 200cc, and they're just like, well, we hate you, so everything's going towards you. I was just streaming this game as well, and I feel the pain. Fucking assholes! That was unnecessary. I love how every time, like, I get raided by someone new, people start trying out the sort of the clicky thing on the screen, like the heat map. That's really good. Tiny raid. Any raid's a good raid. I mean, how many people was it? 6 viewers. That's all right. I mean, 6 is okay. I don't usually get 6 viewers. Sometimes it sticks around the 4 mark. I had the worst luck. I can imagine this game is just an asshole. I wonder why my overlay didn't work. Usually it's supposed to scream and shout at you. It's a bit annoying. Maybe I'll refresh. Maybe just oh god, no, that's over there. There we go. Right. So we're just going through the maps and basically just doing a one-off, like, it's essentially just practice, because I don't want to be... They always go for the face as well. Everyone always goes for the face. Oh. At least they're not saying horse in chat. Oh shit, I just said it. Fuck. Oh, now it's gonna happen. Oh, it's one of those... Ah, you little fucking bollocks! 12th. Oh, there it is. Now I'm a horse. Ah! Corners. Yeah, I'm horse now. Ooh, 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 ooh. These corners are terrible. Come on, stop bouncing off all the walls. Where was that grip I had earlier? No! I don't need to be a horse right now! God damn it! There are all sorts of little Easter eggs like that on my streams when you talk in chat. This is fine. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Too fast! Too fast! I can't think that fast. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. Everything's on fire. Maspoo 5. I like that name. It doesn't make any sense, and that's why I like it. Oh, come on, get off my screen! Assholes! Never seen the heat map thing before. Yeah, I'd never seen it before either, and I was like, oh my god, this is so easy to set up. And it can be used for, like, you know, if there's something that you are being told about on the screen, and you're like, well, where is it? And then they start tapping on the actual screen. They can show you things on the game, which I thought was quite handy. But I keep it up all the time, so people like to blot my face out with red. Yeah, I try to keep things are very interactive. It's like when I'm playing Minecraft, you can usually like use bits and subscriptions to like mess around with my game. I've not done it recently because there's a lot of work I need to be doing on the mod pack, but and Surge, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody. It's been a while since I've gotten a raid, and it seems Mario Kart is good for raids. I like it. Don't forget to follow, by the way. Everybody should do the following and stuff like that. Yeah, and enough of advertising. There we go. Yeah, I have to fix a lot of stuff with the Minecraft streams. Seems like a reference to something. I don't know what though. I don't know. There we go.
No,
there we go.
You cunt! You cunt! You absolute dickbag!
Every time you follow, that's what happens. I've got other notification sounds, but that's everybody's favourite. Oh, I didn't boost. Oh, thank you, Burden Hunter, for making an error in judgment. Ember Surge has already made a terrible error in judgment. You need to reevaluate what you're doing with your lives. You're following me, for goodness sake. What led you to this horrible turn of events? Oh, bloody hell. Ah! Stockley has made an error in judgment as well. Not a thought in my mind. I wish I had thoughts. Instead, it's just pain. Pain and dick. Gotta love that dick. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. How am I 8th? Oh, because I'm not paying attention, of course. That's how I'm 8th. What is he doing? Humping that rock. Stop humping rocks. It's illegal. It's against the rules. Oh, come on, I don't need more zooms! I'm sorry. Get off the grass! The grass? The sand. Corners! Can you have less corners? I prefer straights. That's a lie. Bloody bananas. I hate these bananas. Did that coin just disappear on me? A bit rude. I need that. I need that to come last. I always come last. Oh, fuck it. Just use it. Yeah, there we go. Stuck in corners now. Get around that corner. Get around that corner. Get around that corner. No! That is so deep. Why is it deep? You just go straight through it. You don't even, like, sink. Why am I so uncoordinated? I need coords. Oh, get off the brown. So many mushrooms. Make that soup. Soup. 11. 12th. 12th. Even better. Oh, I hate my life. Oh, thank you everybody for following, by the way. It's very much appreciated. Don't bring attention to where I am on the board. Stop it. I see you. Oh, you're literally playing the worst 200cc yeah, tell me about it. Ooh, coffee. Forgot about that. Tastes like poo. Bowser's Castle. I hate this one as well. I just hate Bowser. As far as I'm concerned, he's still called King Koopa. Because I am ancient. I'm gonna call him Bowser. Why? Why? Why change the name? And then they did it in Sonic as well. Dr. Robotnik and Eggman. He's always going to be Dr. Robotnik. Even though he's technically a different person. Still Dr. Robotnik. Ah! Let me win! This is how the game goes! You're not reading the script. It says right there, at the beginning, I win. Just get off the... No! Not the map! Time to chomp! Get chomped! Oh! Chompy, chompy! Oh! Eat my ass! Why am I not moving? Is it because I said eat my ass? I didn't mean it literally. Or did I? It depends. Depends on the audience, really. Answers on the postcard. And then shove it up your ass. Okay, I think I'm getting to grips with it just slightly. I'm remembering to brake. Braking is important. Ooh. Nice, nice. Lasers! Mind the lasers! Mind the mushrooms! Ooh. Ah, why am I skidding when I don't want to? Don't do the thing. Ball! God. More ball! Fist! Fist and ball! Fist and balls! Did I just clip through the map? Get off me! Take my boomerang, you slut! How's he going so quickly and so steering-y? Directional. 7th. At least that's better than last. You may want better tyres for better drifting and handling too, along with braking. My tyres are already pretty grippy at the moment. I'm trying to get it right at the top because I am just terrible for it. But yeah, I still have a lot to unlock, apparently. Welcome to Chaos, everyone. Yeah, welcome to Chaos! Let's get let's get one thing straight. You ain't. That's true. Final race. This one should be okay. Show coin game. Yes, the coin game is playing in the background. All the controls are on the screen for you. You want to mess with it? It seems like you are. Good. Oh no! Get around that corner. Get around that corner. There we go. We're still 4th somehow. I don't know how that happened. Ooh. Yeah, if you just use the command the coin game should show up for like a minute automatically, so you don't always need to do show coin game. Because I am a clever man and I managed to make it do that. Don't do that. Take these corners properly. Come on, you fucking slut! Ah, God, help me! I'm falling to my doom. Ooh. Okay. No! Ah! Fuck my ass! Won't somebody please fuck my ass? Okay. Calm it. There's no barriers and a lot of bell ends. Get off me! Oh. Is this Rainbow Road? I don't remember. I don't remember what it's called. I know it's colourful. It might not be, thinking about it. Okay, just off the edge straight away. Ooh. No, get off the wall. 10th. How have I ended up at 10th? Go around the corner! You have a steering wheel for a reason. Eh. Straightforward is good. How did I take that corner? I don't know who's driving. Someone's driving. I don't know who it is. Oh no! It doesn't know where to put me. That was a banana. Oh, 9th. And to add insult to injury right at the end, I got zapped. God bloody hell. Oh, I already said either you come here or I visit you. That ass is mine. No, it's my ass. I want it. I need to be able to sit down. You imbecile, you're saying you. No, you. It's you. You are what's important here. Itchy nostrils. I heard cheering in the corner there. What's that about? 8th. I could have done better. 700 coins though. In about 3 minutes there will be some ads. I apologise. Unfortunately, there is an absolute necessity because I love cash. Cash is an amazing thing and it gets you through life somehow. However, I am like, I would prefer there to be like a Star Trek kind of economy where, you know, everyone just got what they needed and everyone was just, you know, super kind to each other. But that's not the type of world we live in. Maybe in the future, a couple thousand years in the future, we may abandon money, but unfortunately now we're in this sort of situation. And I hate it. I hate it. So yeah, there'll be a few ads in about 2 minutes. I think it's about 3 minutes of ads. It says 3 minutes of ads, but I think you only usually get like one ad. So I think it's a slot, but you only get like one ad. So don't worry. Stick around. Please stick around. I need someone to shout at. If you aren't there to shout at and be called a cunt, who is? I've got no one else in here. What, President Dog? I don't think he's going to be, like, very receptive to being shouted at. Just stares at me. Is that going to up my grip? Oh no, it lowers my grip. No, I'm keeping these. Is there any better ones for grip? Should we try and, like, see if we can get that grip to its max? How do we... No, I didn't want to change that. Can you stop going that way, please? It's changed it again, hasn't it? I don't think... No. I mean, that's alright, isn't it? I think I prefer being in what I was already in. Yeah. What about this? Does this change grip? It does, doesn't it? Just need to figure out which one I want. I'm sticking to what I had. It's fine. Until I find something that's absolutely amazing, I'll stick with it. Oh, bloody hell, not Yoshi Island or whatever it's called. I hate ads. I'm always being shouted at. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, that's the role you play in this relationship here. You are my little bitch. And it's okay. Because you're not a complete bitch. Just a little bitch. Ooh. Get rid of the thing. God, I hate these corners! Just calm it down. Calm it down. Brakes. Brakes are important. God, fuck. Oh, fuck my ass. Get around that corner. And apparently brake too much. Get off the grass. Ooh. Just sort of sneak in. Okay. That was not sneaky at all. No! Ass! Worst time to have mushrooms right there. I'm growing mushrooms. I'm gonna make myself a stew or something. I don't know, can you put mushrooms in a stew? I don't know if they're a stew sort of food. Oh, come on!
Well, you can grow all sorts of things.
Yeah, you can.
Well, you can't grow concrete. You can. See your camera.
See your camera. That's better. That's a good corner for that. Oh, fucking brake! Why won't you brake? Okay, that's fine. I'm facing the right direction. That's at least progress. Don't want those. I want something else. Ah, you piranha plant wielding piece of shit. Ow. Pow. Ooh, that is a good shortcut. I like that. As long as I've got a mushroom, I'm good for shortcuts right there. Ooh, scoot past. Scoot past. Piranha plant. Piranha plant. Everyone gets chomped. Chomp. Mind yourself, you're going to get chomped, you're going to get chomped! Fifth, that's fine. I don't mind fifth. It's above the halfway mark. Everything else, fuck off. Hate it. Hate it. I hate it! Why am I playing this game? Who knows? Is there someone out there? Oh, there's someone in the kitchen. Okay, this one isn't too bad. Now that I know that the puddles of mud are pretty much ineffective at stopping me when I'm skidding around. Ooh, that's fast. Ooh, that's fast. Ooh, that's fast. I can't take that corner like this. Okay. Mess that up. Yes. Just try not to take that last one, because I will just skid the hell out of it. Ooh, careful. Excuse me. I'm a burpee boy. Okay, just a bit of a boost. Skid around the corner. Very nice. I was going to say, I think I'm going to make this one like first, but I have a feeling they're saving it all up for the last minute. You don't want to curse it by saying things prematurely. Yeah, I'm the winner, and then you don't. You need to just get bent. Ooh! There we go. Now it's all starting to catch up with me. Oh, that's too fast. That's too fast. Oh, that's very fast. Oh, God. There's grass right there. Second is fine. I don't mind fine. I don't mind second. Don't mind second. Second is good. Gotta calm down. I'm getting all energetic. Might start a fight. Might start punching people's tits. Punching their tits off. Sam! Hello. This is fine. I want Buffalo Wild Wings now. I don't know what brought that on. Will I just see Xbox at Verizon? I don't know. Punch my tits off. Yes, both of them. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that is very spinny. Please stop spinning me. It's just close quarters. It is terrifying. Am I ever going to use these mushrooms? I've literally got nowhere to use them effectively. Except maybe there. Oh shit. I hate this curvy map. Eee! Okay. Yeah, see, that's why. Because it just catapults you off the edge if you ever boost or do anything. I'm going to take one of your mushrooms. See, now I use that to my advantage. I think that's a good idea. Aw, I wanted a cube. I took two. That ain't fair. Oh. Ooh, something's up my ass. Okay, good. It was 10th, but we're doing okay. We've only gone off the edge once. I think last time I played we went off the edge about a billion times. I counted. Okay. And now I'm tiny. Oh, please stop. This is the worst map. Surely when they were designing this map, they were just going, "Oh, this is terrible. We can't put this in." They're like, "No, do it. It'll be a laugh." Some specky English twat will probably like rage out about it, and I am. I'm very angry. I'm extremely angry. I'm just keeping it low. Keep it on the down low. But it's fine. I'm not going to go and smash my Switch up in a minute. Out my way, bitches! Ooh. Oh, it's one of these ones. One of these weird curvy ones. Oh, fuck. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, why am I skidding now? I don't want to be doing that. That's good. I took out the banana. I very nearly went into that. I knew I was going to. It's pretty much any time there's a banana on the map, I'm going to hit it. Oh, bloody hell. It's just grunting noises from me at the moment. Ass! No, don't follow the shell, you get hit by it. Just leave. Ah, God, God, it's just one hazard after the other, isn't it? Ooh! Oh no! Oh no! It's getting worse! Leave me alone! Wario, fuck off! Ooh! Get off the wall! Bloody spinny things. I nearly fucked that. I nearly fucked it. Wow, the engine does not sound healthy. Oh, I just fucked myself over the finish line. Okay. I hate that one. Fuck F-Zero. It's a bastard. I hate it. Because I'm a banana magnet. Maybe. Maybe there's something in the universe that's magnetic to bananas. We haven't seen all the universe yet. Maybe there is something like that. 5th isn't bad. I mean, it's not 4th, but 5th isn't bad. And how far are we in? I forgot. We're like up to the... Okay, yeah. So that's like the first layer. What was that? Baby Park? That's a good one, isn't it? Until they all start fucking each other. Not the babies, obviously. That's not good. Just everybody competing. Go! Out my way! Out my way! I'm better than you! Fuck you! Oh, I'm going the wrong way round. Ah, get that. Okay, we can claw back our first, I think. If we can see, we can. Ah, and now we're tiny as well. Also terrible. Ah, everything now. Everything is on me. We're still first. First is still good. Banana. Why am I going so slow? Ah, everything. Ah! Ah! I've somehow gone from first to 5th. Oh, I got first back somehow. I don't know how that happened. Hello? Controllers? They're hello, they're here. My controllers are alive. I am pressing L and R on the controllers. Hello? I am ready. Just to do the thing. Please. They're right here. They're on. Look, they're not even trying to connect. Eh. Is the controller paired to the... Yes, it was! What's going on? Oh, come on. It just did a thing just then. They're connected. What's wrong with you? Fuck's sake. Hang on. Bear with me. Will you just fucking behave? Give me that. I am pressing it. Connect, you little shit! What's wrong with you? Why is this one not connecting now? This is the one I've been having issues with. Was a battery dead or something? What's going on? It's been on charge for like 1,000,000 years. How is it dead? We're still sort of... It's doing that. It's giving me a light, but it's not giving me... It's not giving me an actual thing. Okay, I've pressed the button on it. Is that working now? Ah! There we go. We're back. Fucking thing. There we go. We're back. Might be having issues. Yeah, well, it is an issue. It's an issue to itself. Asshole, that's what you are. Oh, not Cheeseland as well. This is another one I hate. I'm not even that fond of cheese. Get round those corners. Oh, you are so good. Oh, stroking my own ego as well as my penis. I have a third arm, you see. It's called my penis. Why are you floaty? You see that? The weird bomb on a chain thing being all up in the air. Just go forward, will ya? Ooh, don't. Nearly took that corner wrong. Come on, maybe we'll be able to like squeeze second out of this or something. Oh, he's so floaty! It's all up in the air and bitey. Ah, why did you have to do that? No! 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 Get off the wall! Oh, how? How did you manage that? That should count as like being off the board. It should reset you. Fuck! God, I hate the boomerang as well. Go away. I know I was using it quite effectively last time, but like, I'm not a fan of it at all. See? It's useful, but I don't like it. 11. That is just suck. Absolute suck ass. Oh, what happened to him? Did he go down a hole? Ah, why must you fuck me so hard? Stop. Oh, fuck it. Just over the dirt. Why not? 12th. That's a third leg, by the way. No, it comes out here, doesn't it? That's where your third arm is. You rang me. What? I rang you? What did I? I don't know what you mean. Okay, I don't like this one, but I know that we can do well on it. We're doing well. We're doing well. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Calm yourself. All your tits need to calm, or I will punch them off. Ah, you almost got off the edge just then. Ooh, watch it. Watch it. Are you watching? Watch it. Ooh, how did I go that fast down there? Ooh. Ooh, the corners are really daunting. I hate it so much. Why do I keep going off the edge there? I'm just not taking that corner correctly. Shit. Chuck it off the edge, don't want it. Yes! Ah, no squids! No squids allowed! There's a no squid area. Illegal. Ooh. 7th. Usually we can do quite good on that one, but 7th? Not good. Late on jokes, so ignore that. Okay, fair enough. Might lurk for a nap, so I will be here. Okay, all good. I don't mind lurkers. Lurkers are amazing. Ooh, I accidentally unpressed it. Never mind. We'll take this corner early. Ooh, no boosts right now. Don't want that. Oh, I'm in a river. I'm at a house. That's all gone wrong. Shit. Just sort yourself out. Think about what you're doing before you do it, rather than just like pressing all the buttons in confusion. Break, break, go! I do not like this mushroom. Yeah, yourself, you little shits. Oh, careful. Mind the beach. All those poor little starfish getting run over by cars. Ooh! Oh, okay. Somehow I'm doing quite well on this one. I think last time I played I came 12th. I'll be having that, thank you. Get chomped! Get chomped! Chompy chompy! Time for you to stop being alive! Hey, hey you, come here. Chompy, ah, mole! Moles all the time! Flailing around really angrily as well. Bollocks. Give me the calm, sad music at the end. Hate it. I'm full of hate. So hateful I just bashed my cup against my teeth. Out of anger. Nice try. I came 4th. I'm usually wedged in 4th. That is where I live. I'm going to go for a quick break because I need to have a wee. from all the coffee I've been drinking. And yeah, I will catch you in a bit. See you in a few minutes. I nearly said hours. See you in a few minutes. Go away, please. Go away. There we go. Nice. There we go. Trans rights. Yeah. Oh god, fire. Hello. I'm just standing here. Leave me. Oh fuck. Oh god, it's so hard to see when he's blinded me. I don't know. What do you say to people who get married? Happy marriage? Happy. Well done. What do you say? Well done. You found a person who will put up with you for longer than your friends. What's burning? What's burning? Are there any? No, not the creepers! God damn it! Ah! Fuck! Where's the chests? I need a chest to stick everything in. Oh! Iron chests, because they have bigger inventory. God damn you. Wait, I need more. I'm laughing so hard I almost actually shit yourself. Oh god. Fucking hell. Go on, do it. Shit yourself. I dare you. Send me photos. Oh god, this is such a big bed. I just realised. Is this even gonna fit? Oh no! Okay then. Okay. That was an expensive explosion. Oh god. Oh dear. Okay, right. Word of advice to myself, don't do that again. Oh, I like it.
I'm a level 4 dungeon master.
I like him. I like him very much. Can we keep him?
Nerd fire. Yeah, why not? What does that say? Cash meter?
Gash Eater, I think.
Oh, how did the game know my nickname?
I think it is actually Gash Eater.
It's Gas Heater, but that's hilarious.
Oh, yes.
Clip it.
Of course.
Clip it.
That's how you spell Gas Eater.
It is, isn't it?
Gash Eater.
I genuinely never thought about that before.
Oh my god. Oh.
Gash Eater.
Do the nerd voice saying what his name is.
Hi there, my name's Gas Eater.
Is that Gas Heater or Gash Eater?
Yes.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fuck me. Gash Eater.
Gash Eater. That's what it says.
It does, because they didn't put a space between the S and the H.
There's more of a gap. I mean, it's a gash. There's more of a gap between the H and the E.
There really is. Genuinely, that S is attached to that H.
Okay. We are back in the game. Okay. Now, I think the reason we're being so shit is because we're getting a little bit worked up. Everything's getting a bit sort of all over the place. I need to be calm. Calm your shit. I'm talking to myself on the screen. Calm your shit. When something happens, don't go mental. Oh, that is a good corner to take. Oh, you need... Oh, I took someone out with 2 of my shells. My shells! I need those! Where will I live now? Uh-oh. Okay. See, this is what happens when you become much more calm. You don't end up fucking everything. mind the bananas. Cows! Oh, a shell just took out a banana on me. Banana loan. It took out a banana loan. A lone banana. I'm gonna keep that banana just in case it gets rid of something else for me. Oh, this corn is so good. I like that. Oh, that wasn't. I feel like something is right up my arse. They are just sort of... Oh! Yeah, that was it. It's you! I'm going to take first for this. No! 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 Don't you dare, don't you dare! Mine! Thank you. Ooh. Ooh. Right then. Ooh. I did it. I did it. I think that's the first time I've ever come first on that one. I think. I may be lying. I don't know. I don't expect you to remember everything. Mario Circuit. Why is it necessary for everything to be up like that? Corner, instantly. Another corner. And... go. Mind yourself, mind yourself. These corners are nice and big for me to get my fat ass around. Ooh, banan. Do not do the banan. Banans are bad. Bad banan. Oh, somehow I took that without being able to see. You make me angry! Damn horses! Getting all up in my stream. My piss stream. Haha. That taught you. Ow! Oh, there is a lot of ink. Shiny, shiny. Good ink. Well, you're just a cunt. Get off me. I was doing so well until... Bananas! I see a paragraph of something on the chat, but I can't read it right now. Okay. Gonna pick up a second-hand copy of this. If it's not silly money, then we can play the multiplayer sometime if you found... Yeah, by all means. It would be nice to play with people. If Twin Dragons like hovering around, I'll play with him as well. He's the one who bought it for me. Back. Never mind on the nap. Mal just had an issue with my stuff. Oh, did you poo? You poo yourself. I hate it when that happens. Oh, corner take good. Oh, very small path. Then crab! I know. Took me by surprise as well. Ooh, don't do that. Ah, why would you do this? Can't believe you've done this to me. Can't believe you've done this. Ah! Ah! Get off me! Stop ramming me! Please! Oh, come on! Ooh! Careful now. Every time he chomps, he boosts you in a direction. Eat him! No, bollocks. Fine, don't eat him. Ass! Absolute ass! Get around that corner. Good. No crashing, no sticking to walls. Take that, you little shits! I took out your boss, Bowser. King Koopa. King Koopa? I don't know. Depends who's saying it. If it was Michael Jackson, it definitely would be King Koopa. Okay, I suddenly had no steering whatsoever. It's very odd. All my controls are having issues again. It was vibrating at that point, so maybe it was having issues. Why did he honk just then? Oh, I could... I must have done that, apparently. You'll play with all the boys. All of them? That's a lot of boys. Too many boys, I think. Just greasy food and stomach don't like each other. Yeah. Yeah. I'll take your word for it. I'm pretty much on a greasy food diet. That's not true. I have chips. Cooked in the oven, so they're not greasy. Well, that was rude. This has got to be like the calmest... Well, it's just a figure eight, isn't it? It's the calmest one. You can just sort of drift to your heart's content. Oh, that fucked me a bit. I've never been up here. Ah, dodge all the traffic. No, it's quite easy to navigate the traffic. In this one. Oh, come on! Come on, my face! Oh! See? Why did that work? Suddenly, I'm being whisked away because I got stuck to the wall. I'm not sure whether I, like, clipped through or anything. But why was that suddenly I'm off the map? But when I'm behind a fence, I'm not. Time to go fast. Time to basically cheat. Use boosts. Freaking Princess Peach up my ass. Hate it when she's up my ass. Dick is too big. Such a big dick. There we go. See, I like that one. 20 was like, oh, you're going to have a lot of issues with the traffic. No, I like the traffic. It's good. I'm going to try and get this game soon as well. Yeah, everyone should get this game. Play with a whole bunch of people. Yeah, look at that. Second. I like it. I don't think have I ever got a trophy on this one? I suppose it will show me. I got the trophy, but is that one like have I is it a new trophy? I don't think it is. I think I've already had that one. Yeah, I already had them. Oh well. Next one. Oh, what did I unlock? A Jeep? What does it do? Is it any better than what I was driving before? There should be like a compare feature on here. It'd be nice if they could implement that at some point. Okay. I think it's the same. Yeah, it's identical. Well, let's go for the Jeep. I like the Jeep. It's sort of all one colour now. The dry, dry desert. Which is dry. I mean, it sort of works, doesn't it, having a Jeep in this environment? Ooh, sounds different as well, I think. Oh, don't bend. Why are you bending? Stop bending! Creepy assholes. Yeah, take that. Shit. Slow you down. Ah! No! Now I got fucked! Stop fucking me! Up. And up. I like it. Tight corner. Where has he come from? Yeah. Oh, nearly there. Ah! Just hate that ink. That is so overpowered, that ink. Let me move! Literally just let me move. Literally. As soon as we get on a straight, we'll use our boosts.
Well, you can drill all sorts of it.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can't go concrete. You can.
Can't. You know, later on, see you,
Cameron.
Later on, when he was interviewed after that, apparently he stuck to his guns with that, saying, "Well, you can grow concrete." And what he apparently meant was, when it dries, it grows. No, he was just being stubborn. Apparently that's true, it does sort of expand a bit, but come on. Just admit you were being an idiot. We all know what he was trying to get at. The fact that he thinks we're stupid enough to think that any different is, well, it just goes to show he's more naive than anybody else. We aren't. Can't argue with you can't argue with anyone. Why argue? I can tell you why, because you know you're right. If you think you're right, you are. It's not how it works. I do sort of like how it sounds now with the new car. Sort of the growly engine. Like the deepest fart you could ever do. Oh, it does sound pretty good. Ooh, careful. Careful. We know what happens when we go too fast on this one. We end up in a corner. Ah! Where did that come from? Please. Oh no, we didn't want to do that. This is what I said. Don't get in the corner. Always with the corners. Stop it. Ooh. God, that didn't come anywhere near us. Hey, it picked up a... I didn't know they picked up other things. Picking up coins. God, it really just wants me to be in 7th this entire time. The reason I was losing on that last one was mainly because I was not skidding around and going around corners sort of manually. Okay, I'm in the water. Okay, everything's gone to shit. And I'm back in 5th. Did he? How did that just hit him and not cause any damage? Fuck you. Cheating. That's what you are. You had nothing around you, as far as I could tell. You got hit by a shell and nothing happened. Asshole. because fuck you, that's why. Fuck you! Oh, fuck you! Oh. We've only been playing for... It feels like we've been playing for longer than 1 hour 46 feels like we've been playing for like 3 hours. Probably because I'm doing so badly right now. It just feels like longer. Okay. The corners. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Oh, you're gonna blow it. Haha! I got someone. Mind the balloons. They really need to go a bit higher, those balloons. They are flying very low down. More gas! Use more gas! Ah! Ugh! God. Other such noises. Ooh. Being haunted by goose. So we hit a good So as soon as we hit a good straight, we can. Ow! For fuck off! Oh, mushrooms and bananas. So many different fruits. Mushrooms are a fruit. That's what they are. They are the muskiest of fruits. More vowels later on Sesame Street. Ooh! There's one! That was an ooh sound. Sunny day. Sweeping the clouds away. Ah, come on! Catching up and fucking my ass. Hate it when that happens. I hate it when all of this happens. Why am I playing this game? Ugh. Ooh, that was a good catch up. I get all your coins. Thanks. Second. Oh, second. Yeah! Because everyone got zapped. You sparkly. I wish I was sparkly. I'm gonna get glue. I'm gonna put it on my face. I'm just gonna boom into some glitter, and then that'll just be me. Just glitter man. I will be the glitter man. I will snort it. Snort that glitter. I think TJ's broken. I've been broken years ago. Be a glitterman. Yes! Fucking Donkey Kong. Fucking Donkey Kong. Fuck you, Donkey Kong. Get out of the road. Get out of the road. Ooh. Ooh. Nearly. Ass! 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 Come on! Corners! Oh, oh no! Oh no! Everything's going wrong! Everything is wrong! I want to get Mario Maker at some point. Because I've had a look at some of the maps, and I think like playing. Okay, I'm over here now. Playing some of those like custom maps seems pretty good. I used to like Mario, like the original ones. I was playing all the time as a kid because I had Super Mario All Stars, which apparently is like worth quite a lot now. The original cartridge. And yeah, it'd just be nice to play something similar on a new console. Unfortunately, it's money again. One of those things that is always beyond our reach. Right. Oh, no, that's too fast. That's too fast. That is far too fast. Oh, I can't do fast. Okay. It's okay. The edges are not causing me any problems. Going fast like that. Except for that. I forgot that that does that. But yeah, it'd be nice to be playing other people's maps. There are some that are like automatic. You can just watch it, which I think are quite good. Very clever. That's what they are. Very clever. Clever people with clever ideas. Ooh. Get that corner right. Zoom, zoom, zoom! So I think there was Mario Maker on the Wii, and then like the one on the Switch is Mario Maker 2. Apparently the Mario Maker has the Mario Maker 1 servers have gone down now. I don't think they're running because they've got the Switch ones now. Maybe they've ported them over. Maybe, I don't know. That would be good if they have. Oh, I got a trophy. I didn't know I came in higher. Insert rest of sentence here. Don't really know what I'm saying. I didn't know I came. Hey, I got a new trophy. Hi. But yeah, I wanna play Mario Kart at some point if I can get hold of it. So yeah, maybe look forward to that in future. I'm not sure when I'm going to do the art stream, but I do have the canvases now, so pretty much whenever I feel like it, I think. It will take a bit of preparation to set up. The easel's still there, it's all set up, it's just I need to, you know, feel like moving the camera and stuff like that. I feel like I need like a third webcam, because it's nice having this one here at all times, but if I have to move it, every time I move it, it's never in the right place when I put it back. So, like, maybe a third webcam may be a necessity, just so that I can have two webcams I can move, one static forever. I don't know. It's wishful thinking, really. Just stuff I wish I could do. It's funny how many webcams you always feel like you need when you've got, like, big ideas for things. Because I've got two webcams already. Two identical ones. Which is, already pretty good, but, like, for my needs, I'd prefer to have my current webcam where it is at all times. Careful, chompy chompy, I do not have any control over when I'm boosting, because it's plant-powered boosts. Ugh. Yeah, got you. Wario, you can suck a dick. Suck every dick. Actually, that image in my head is not good. Wario with his teeth. Ah! I'm going to suck your dick. Ugh. Makes me vomit. Makes me vomit just thinking of him. Hey, I'm first now. I win. Fuck you, Wario, with your teeth and your bum chin. Stop sucking dick. Why do you... Oh, God. I took a picture. Why do you suck dick so much? Getting a toothy blowjob from Wario. He's right behind behind me. I'm going to suck your dick! I don't know what he sounds like. I assume it's like that. Okay. What? Did I get shelled? Don't shell me! Help! Help me! Let's go! Brother! Help me! Oh, scoot past, scoot past, scoot past! Okay. Doing good. Ooh, banana! That was probably my banana. Didn't I set down a banana earlier? Ooh. Ooh, okay. A little bit awkward. Oh, there's my banana again. I think I had to set that one down. Or was it on this round I did it? This, Stop giving me bananas, I hate them! Ass! The more bananas are... Because the chances are I'm going to hit my own bananas. That's why I hate them. I'm never fucked by other people's bananas, it's always my own. He lied. Somehow I'm first. Somehow I'm first. Please, please, please! No! That's what I get for gloating. Gloating about my firstness. Ah, why? Why, Squid? You... Stop being racist, okay? Ah, shit. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Ooh! Nice. Somehow I got first on that. Oh, fucking hell. That was stressful. This game is stressful. I just realised. Alexa, turn on lasers.
Okay.
There we go. That's a bit more colourful. That looks better, doesn't it? It's so dark back there when I've got my lights on. Unfortunately, because we've got Paul round today and he was sitting down there, we had to like turn it off because it really does just shine directly into people's faces. Maybe I need to like mount it a lot higher, like over there or something on the ceiling. But again, that's going to take like putting things on ceilings and stuff. I don't know. Maybe there's like a corner I could put it in that's a lot better for. I remember last time I played this, I came so last, the game ended. That's also like, oh god, yeah, that's why. Ah! Just let me move! Ah, your bananas! Oh my god, get out of my way! Get out of my way! There's a bloody bananas! Ghosts! Ghosty goo! Did the ghost fuck off? What the hell? I was supposed to... Or was I just being haunted? Just randomly haunted. Oh, okay, I can't skid around that. Now I can skid. Ah, you bastard! Arg, you bastard. Oh, why do I keep going so fast around that corner? It's so bad. Oh, I did not want to boost right there. Fucking hell. Your fingers just slip. They just land on these buttons. And they always do something. It's usually like boost at the wrong time. One more round to claw it back. Oh god, that is so... okay, boosty boost! Here we go! I thought that was a portal opening to some sort of hellscape, who knows? Oh, I finally took that corner without dying! Fuck! Fuck you! And... oh, that was a good aim. I'm 5th somehow, but fuck! Okay. It's that bouncing, it slows you down. 5th isn't too bad. 6th? Fuck! Ah, Jesus. Oh, I hate you. I hate you. Every single one of these characters, what is the point? What is the point? Why are you doing this? Wario won! Now I owe him a toothy blowjob. Ooh, ooh, corners. Take these corners properly, or toothy blowjobs for all. That's the rules. Just let me go around that corner. Otherwise, I would have fucked my own ass. Don't fuck your own ass. I need a straight just so that I can... here we go, so I can catch up. I'm first! Yeah, fuck crap. Fuck you. Fuck everyone. The word of today is fuck. Mainly, fuck you, fuck everyone. Ooh, that's a good shortcut, I like that. I'm going to try and take that shortcut more often. Oh, I nearly ended up on the in the pit just there. Oh, they're fucking each other. This is new. Oh, egg, big egg. Come on, take him out. Take him out. I just got stuck into a wall for a second there, so. This is not helpful. Okay. Oh. I am feeling very uneasy with the situation. Oh my god. Okay. Keep going. Ah, you dickbag. Ooh, slow the fuck down, will you? Thank you for taking out. I never needed that. Now, of course, you're going to get a shortcut, aren't you? Oh! Second! Because they fucked each other. They couldn't just get along, could they? They just couldn't do it. Now I get the toothy blowjob. Bullet Bill speed trial, is that it? At least I got a participant. Oh no! I got the trophy! I got a gold trophy! I feel so special! Let's have a look. Yeah! I had a gold trophy. I've got two bronze, 2 gold, and 2 silver. Amazing. I feel so accomplished. What did I get? Ooh, wooden. Are they any good though? Oh, my grip goes all the way down. We'll be putting our other wheels back on. Thank you. Tick-tock clock, something that we can probably play. I like getting trophies. Trophies are fun. I reckon Twitch should, you know, like how YouTube have their like golden play buttons and diamond play buttons and stuff like that. I reckon Twitch should do something similar. If not, I'll probably like make my own. It's my golden Twitch. button thingy. Yeah, like if I hit 1,000 or something, I'll probably make something. Go, yeah, look, I got 1,000 followers on Twitch. Maybe make it out of wood or something. That would be good, actually, for like instructions on how to make your own wooden YouTube button or whatever it is. Maybe there are. Maybe we should have a look. Because I feel like once I get to the end of doing all these maps, I'll have a bit of time left over. Because I'm streaming for 4 hours, like, each session these days. So, oh my god. So there's probably going to be a bit of time to do this sort of stuff. Oh, I killed myself. Okay. Oh, get around that corner. Come on. Wait, that wasn't... Was that the final? No, this is the final. We can claw this back. Get your claws out, gentlemen! I don't consider that sexist, by the way. That's everybody being called a gentleman, regardless of gender. I'm all-inclusive in my usage of the word gentleman. Anybody can be a gentleman. Even squids, and they can fuck off. Oh, Jesus. So now I get 7th. Oh, I thought I was going to get first then. Because that one's actually quite easy. It's just all the fucking. Just can't deal with the fucking. Ooh, can I remember this one? Ass! 12th from the start. Oh, how I hate this map and everybody in it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Keep going. Don't break. Don't stop. Don't stop till you've had enough, or whatever the lyric is for that song. Don't stop till you get enough. I think it is. Not had enough. I literally have no steering. What the fuck? Okay. Apparently my controller disconnected. I'm thinking. It's okay. 4th is okay. 4th is okay. 3rd, 2nd is okay. 2nd is perfectly fine. 3rd is fine. 3rd is fine. 4th is fine. This is fine. 5th is okay. 5th is fine. Don't eat me. Ooh. 2nd. I'm okay with 2nd. Here's the bit that starts getting complicated. No, it's me! I'm first! That was not the final, damn it. It's all to play for. I don't usually go this way, why am I going this way? Come on. You can do this, you little purple man. Little purple man, you... Oh, no, that's an edge! Speed! Go speedy now! Fastness! Oh, you little shit, come on. You are literally a little shit. Oh, boosting from the side for some reason. Maintain first, maintain first. Ooh. Keep going, keep going, keep going. No. Ass! Did I get 2nd? I was so close. Literally. I was on the line. I was on the line. Fucking cunts. Every single one of them. Fucking PCs. I hate the PCs. Computer players are an asshole. Oh, I hate this one as well. Why am I playing this game? I hate it. Wow. I missed the boost. It's okay, the boost never really actually helps. Ooh, lava! Mind the love! Bananas and love! Too fast! God knows where I got that boost from. Must be the drifting. Ooh. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Ooh, that's not the way I wanted to be going. Apparently I'm not allowed to go in any direction. Zoom zoom! Zoom zoom! Zap zap! Land as soon as possible. Concentration. Hi. Hello. Ooh. Careful. Careful. Oh, mind yourselves. There's a gap in the road there. There's a hell of a pothole. Oh, there's a pothole there. I'm doomed. Try and catch up to at least 5th, I'm okay. And... God damn it, that corner. Somehow I've made 2nd. Bombs! Big lavers! Oh, mind the big lavers. Ooh. Okay, 2nd is go. Go. 2nd is go. 2nd is gay. Okay, not bad. I'm panicking for no reason. I'm having bad times, but I'm coming in good positions. Rainbow Road. Nobody likes Rainbow Road. Why do they keep putting it in all the games? Is it because it's iconic, or because people are twats? Why is there a train in the sky? That makes no sense either. That's a ball! Well, I've just completely lost all speed. Ah, bananas! I heard of bananas. Mumbles about hating bananas. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. God, it is tense. Nice fireworks. I wonder how they make that happen. Right, how do they get the particles to look exactly like the thing that was meant to look like? First place. Yeah! Yeah! Did I get another trophy? I would very much like another trophy. Did I come first place in trophy getting? Yeah! Ooh, that's a nice one. Ooh, I like that. I came 2nd place in trophy getting. Silver. I like Rainbow Road. Second is the first to lose, but to be fair, I'm a twat too. Who isn't? Everyone's a twat. Oh, look at you and your twatty little bollocks. Wandering around, being a twat. Yep. Ah, that was my jaw. It's so clicky. Ew. Grindy. Oh, it does feel better now, though. Yeah. Sort of feel it in like your ears. It's like, oh, satisfying when you do it. A satisfying crunch. Oh, right at the back here. It's a bit rude. Don't you know who I am? No box for me, I suppose. Oh, somehow managed to navigate that skid round there. That's Zubats! Somehow, I'm doing quite well. I'm gonna jinx it by saying that. Yep, there we go. Fucked up. Oh, yeah, of course, there's no barriers. That's there. It's these sort of dips that sort of get me. I'm like, oh, I'm not expecting that. Why send that backwards? Why? Totally uncalled for. Yes, that's it. Everybody fucks each other, except for me. Had my fair share of fucking. Oh, that's way off course. Face of concentration. Oh, someone took out the banana before I did. Nice. Don't you banana bread. I can't see. Help! Help! I'm blind! Somebody squidded me! Help me! Get out of the way, Zubat! Oh, Zubat! Zubat! Oh! No! Oh, where am I going? This is a shortcut! I didn't know that existed. You what? Did he just get... You fuck! I slowed down just so that I wouldn't go into the wall and then hit that banana. And he snuck it in. I hate it when they sneak it in. Fucking shitbags. Absolute... Ah! Rainbow Road again! I win this time. Yes? Correct? Face of concentration. Oh no, that's not concentrating. Still first. Somehow I'm still first. Okay, I thought I was going to get thwomped. Ooh, thwomps. Inky boys! Oh, I'm skidding as well. Oh god, that's a thwomp. Can you just fuck off? Leave me alone! I've got enough to worry about with there not being any barriers on this thing. Just fuck off! Ah! And you too, thwomps! You're not big and you're not clever. You think you're big, but you're not. You're just far away. Oh, wait. I'm so fucked! Fucked everything about this. $11th. How do I get 11th on this one? Maybe I can make up for it? Maybe. Or maybe it's irreparable now. My score. My poor score. I'm all the way back here. Okay, this will be the one that we get first on. Sneak it in. Don't sneak it in. I'll sneak myself in. I'm skidding too much. It's causing me to brake and steer wrong. Can you stop hitting me? Stop hitting me! Behave. Ah, I went straight to a wall. I'll take tighter corners. Oh, that's not the way I wanted to go! Stop going into the wall! Steer! Steer, you shit! There's a wall. Just hit somebody. Anybody. Okay, a bit better. Somehow getting third. Fourth, fifth. It's a toss-up. Somehow I'm in first now. Now to maintain my position by fucking going into a wall. Okay. Good plan there. Bell end. You need to really think about not doing that! Ah! Showed up for like a brief second before it fucked me. Ooh, fourth is okay. This isn't going to go well. I'm not going to get a trophy for this. Nobody gets a trophy for going fourth. And then 12th. And second was okay, but you know. Another one that I'm absolutely shit at. I wouldn't mind, but it's got all these weird little curves. Oh, am I going to get hit by my own turtle shell? No. Don't hit those twirly bits. Sword! Sneaking around that corner. Not really. Just sort of slowing down and being generally quite crap at the game. Pass! Okay, concentrate. Concentrate. Don't fuck. Don't fuck. Ooh, I'm fucking. Oh, I'm fucking. Go away, squid. I don't need you. No squids today, please. We'll cancel the appointment. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Now we play the proper game. Okay, we instantly become 10th the moment we say that. Which isn't fair, I suppose. Ooh. 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 Calm the tits again. All the tits need to calm. Calm tits. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's trying to boost me when I don't want to be boosted. Oh! Oh! Somehow I've hit 6th. I was expecting to come 12th. Yeah, I don't think I've got a trophy on this one. View results. I came 5th. No trophy. No trophies. I prefer to get a trophy though. Me like a trophy. No trophy for me. There's Link on a motorbike. Is that canon? Does he have a motorbike at some point? Oh, thanks for clapping. You're really patronising. 5th. Although I did get another vehicle customization, so that's at least one thing. What do we get? What's the customization? Please be extra grippy wheels. No, it's another one of these. I don't want to be on a motorbike. What's the stats? Yeah, see, it gets rid of the grip. Where's my Jeep gone? I want my Jeep. There it is. Jeep time! Last one. There we go. Cooper City. No wonder it's such a fucking bell end to play. Oh, look at all these corners, yeah. That's good. That's definitely how a map should be. Basically unnavigatable. Assholes! Quick. Just grind your way around there. Oh, this thing makes me sick. Oh. Angry. Angry at how annoying this map is. Somehow I've come first here. Maybe because everyone else is having an equally shit time. So I'm skidding around every corner. You don't need to, you just need to slow down a bit. Oh wow, I literally have no grip there. I nearly went off the edge. Bash my head on that. Oh. That's my monkey impression. Do you like it? 'Cause I don't. It's a monkey that's not really sure about itself. Ooh! Yeah. I mean, there's only so much you can get on this map, isn't there? Third! Fine. Of course, a Koopa Troop is going to be good at this one. They live here, I suppose, as far as I can see. I suppose. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, great, this one. That everyone also hates as well. I don't know if other people actually hate this one or not. I know I hate it. But I hate most of the maps. Oh, I have no steering again. Fuck. Excuse me, easy. That was unlucky. I saw that coming. Ooh, calm it. Oh, what? That corner was oddly grippy all of a sudden. Ooh. Somehow I made that. Will it Bill? Yes, don't mind if I do. Oh, nearly off the edge. Keep going, keep going. Please, get out of my way. Oh, please be kind. It is being kind. I don't know why I'm somehow winning this. Ooh. Even despite my lack of control at the beginning there, I seem to be doing quite well. Ooh. Eee. No, 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 no! That is not fair. And of course they're all bunched up, so I immediately become fifth. Oh, and you've got bananas hovering around you. Also unfair. But they're all fucking each other. Oh, I went across the line with bananas. Skidded across the line with the bananas. Not bad. Maybe if I can get a third for this, I'll get another trophy. I want to be first at trophy getting. Making trophies. Make your own trophies. You're always a winner if you can make your own trophies. Oh, okay, gravel got me. Ooh, apparently I'm up here now. I don't want to be up here. Oh, I did not want to do that. Honky honk. Oh, that's a train right there. Makes sense. We are under a subway or in a subway or whatever it is. Metro, maybe. Ooh, would not be nice if I blew myself up. Why would there just be stairs going down there? Makes no sense to me. Ah, straight into a bloody thing. 12th. 12th! Make up the time. Oh, gravel. It's fine. Oh, 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 it's all going a bit wrong. Going a bit wrong. Go, go, squeeze 8. Lovely. Oh, I think we've got one more, and we can probably maybe get back up to third. Maybe if we get like first on this one. Possibly. I'm not sure how many points they give you each round. Oh yeah, there's no way. There's no way I'm getting first on this. Absolutely no way at all. Not gonna happen. Ooh. He tried to fuck me. He tried to fuck me. Squid, no. Please no squids. Squids are illegal. Squids are racist. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. There we go. Now I can see which way I'm facing. I don't know what it's saying there. It doesn't sound like it's going wah wah wah. Oh, okay, I'm going off the edge. Ooh, why am I doing that? Oh, yeah, I completely fucked this. That's the finish line right there. And I'm 7th. Oh, okay, 5th. 5th is a little bit better than 7th. Oh. There's that really awkward bit of the map there where I just ended up sort of half on the map and half not on the map. It really buggered me up. That's no good. That's no good. Absolutely awful. Terrible at this game. Ooh, patronising clap. 4th. I wanted a trophy! I'll take you home. You're the trophy. Piece of shit. Grow some hair. I think that's it. I think I've done each one now. Let's have a look. Yep, that's all of it. So last time I was told that time trials are pretty much a play on your own sort of thing. So if I have a look at this, I want to see how much I can just mess about. We'll do Cooper City. Set a race, racing against Ghost, view Ghost, more Ghost, upload Ghost data. Let's just do a solo for the moment. Now I do have it set so that it automatically goes, but I'll just see. Ah, I can just not go. Yeah, okay, so you can just sort of do what you like. This feels like 50cc, so you can just go through and just sort of learn the map. God knows how people play having to press go as well. I'm having a hell of a lot of difficulty here. Woohoo! Okay, you can just stop and do a U-turn. Oh yeah, you telling me to go the other way? I ain't gonna do it. I'm going this way now. He's really persistent. Okay, I'm actually going to go off the edge. Straight off the edge again. Alright, so that's interesting. If I need to learn the map, I can just go on there, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to need to learn the map. You learn the map by playing. Right. Well, I have some stuff to do, so I'm going to cut it short today. We got two 40 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes out of it. So thank you everyone for watching. If you're new and you're still watching, please give us a follow. It'd be very much appreciated. Thank you everybody who did follow earlier from the raid. That's very much appreciated. For now, I'm going to be sending you over to somebody else. I don't know who though. It's been a while since I sent you over to Stevenator, so I'll send you over to Stevenator. Have fun over there. I believe he's playing something a little bit anime-y. He usually does. He's a big anime fan. So yeah, have fun over there. I will actually see what he's playing. He is playing. He is playing Persona 3. So yeah, have fun over there. There will be an art stream coming up soon. I don't know when, but it'll be obvious. I'll probably tweet about it and say that I'm doing it or whatever. And if I don't, then you can shout at me and tell me I'm a wanker. So yeah, have fun. Bye bye. Go away.